I've always been apprehensive when eloquent speakers like our 9th Assembly Speaker comes on board. People like us who are known to be introverted are called to speak next. I feel always afraid because I don't know what I'm going to say that will make any sense to all of us. So please don't be disappointed. It's a learning process. I'm sure one day I'll get there. But for now, I'm still a pupil teacher. The master is there. Thank you, honorable colleagues. As you have heard from our 2 or 3 speakers about these projects, I'm happy that some of the accusations that are on the media, the people who are supposed to address them have done good justice. I have told people in different fora my relationship with Mr. Speaker. Some don't believe it. Some still think there is something inner between us. But today, by the grace of God, Mr. Speaker has bared his mind and has told you the truth. I remember my last engagement. I told people that I did not even know the house of Mr. Speaker until about 3 months ago. They found it unbelievable. I said, but that's the truth. I am a principal man. I don't go to your house if I don't have any business going to your house. I don't go to your office when I don't have any business going to your office. I rather keep to my office, do what my constituents send me to do. Mr. Speaker has a deep respect for me. That I know, because our journey started right from 2011. I have always aligned myself with his own leadership, with his own directives. We did a project called House Project in 2011 together. He was the minority leader then. We were in the CPC, also part of the coalition of the minorities. We did the same thing. We made the same mistake. We also that will not do it again. In the 8th Assembly, it might amaze you, some people in this house wanted to break the majority party into 2. I was one of those who stood up and said, over my dead body, I will never accept the leadership of anyone except our majority leader, because he has done no wrong. If somebody has an ulterior motive of trying to do divide and rule, I will not be part of it. And it will amaze you. That time I spoke, I do not think Mr. Speaker has ever seen me in his office coming to even say hello to him. If I have cause to say hello to him, I do it in the chamber, at the chamber, not anywhere else. So that kind of relationship people are always trying to paint. There is a hidden agenda. There is a reason why Mr. Speaker is supportive of my candidature. I tell you, my honorable colleagues, and God is our witness. God is our witness. I have never sat down with Mr. Speaker for 1 second since the day I went to introduce myself to him, that he has ever sat me down to say, look, I am going to support you under so-so and so-so condition. Not one single time, not one single moment. To this date, God is my witness, Mr. Speaker has never told me of any interest whatsoever about the 10th Assembly. God will judge me if I'm lying to you. There has never been that kind of discussion between me and him. Mr. Speaker has not given me one single name and said, if you win, this man should be compensated with this. I swear to my God Almighty, he has never, ever engaged me in that kind of discussion. So what I believe, gentlemen, like he rightly put, Speaker is not looking at faces. If he's looking at faces, I will be probably one of the least he will support, because I don't go to him regularly. There are people who are closer to him even among the contestants. But I think he must have reflected. He has seen the way he built over the National Assembly, the 9th Assembly. And probably he is apprehensive that the gains, the achievements we have recorded in the 9th Assembly, if care is not taken, it will waste away if that power or leadership is given to the wrong person. I sincerely believe inside my heart that must be the reason why Mr. Speaker stood by me, because he believed even if I cannot exceed, I will try as much as possible to sustain the modest achievements the 9th Assembly has recorded. Nothing more, nothing less. So, honorable colleagues, please let us be objective. If any contestant wants to engage you on any issue, let him not be on issues that are just neither here nor there. Let him go straight to the issues. Is this man competent? Is he transparent? Does he have the right empowerment? Can he be able to lead just and fair? Those are the kind of hard questions all the contestants are supposed to be asking. And we, the people, or you, the people, that will be doing the voting at the end of the day, those are the type of questions you need to be asking. I told you before, one way for you to know whether a man is going to be good enough for you or not is not by what he tells you. No one will come campaigning and he will inflict damage on himself. Nobody. Everyone will try to paint himself in the best way possible so that he will be appealing to you, so that you can vote for him. But one way that you can be able to know whether that man deserves your vote is for you to do your checking. Who is this man? What are his antecedents? From there, you'll be able to know whether he is the right person to lead you. Some of the examples Mr. Speaker gave are the kind of testimonies that I expect you to go and verify from other contestants. Thank God, each and every contestant is a chairman of a committee. So start from there. That chairman must have deputies working under him. Go and interrogate those people. How is this man? From there, you'll be able to know whether that man is reliable or not. If you can't find a chairman, there is hardly a committee in this house that does not have up to 30 members. Look for the members. Find out what kind of leadership that person has given them in that committee. From there, you can make your assessments as to whether that man is trustworthy, he's dependable, he's reliable, he can be able to lead you in trust. I am happy. I don't blow my trumpet. People are doing it for me because I don't do it for anyone to say, this man is a good man. But when you do it, one way or the other, somebody will say it out. And I'm happy. Our boss, our mentor, is one of those who by accident came to hear about those antecedents. Please, gentlemen, do your searching. And let us be objective because we are leaders. Don't say, Tajudeen is good. We agree because he has this and that and that. But I am not going to vote for him because I think he is going to be a stooge of this person or that person. You're not being fair to yourself. Look at me. Look at the others and see if there is a way you can be able to convince yourself that those are better than me in your own set criteria. I'm praying God should give us the wisdom to separate the good from the bad, to be able to do what is just and right for all of us. Gentlemen and ladies, I want to just reiterate a little on what Mr. Speaker has said. about some contestants trying to bring what is called the House Project. We that have been around now for 12 years, back to back, we have seen it all. We were those that actually connived and did House Project and displaced the anointed candidate of the then PDP government. Munikat, by way of spread and equity, PDP zoned the position of speakership to the southwest. We went against it because our head then was just to rebel anything good or bad that the government brings. Let us just rubbish it. We elected Tambuwal to be our speaker. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are here. I want you to listen carefully. After 2 weeks of electing Tambuwal, the first blow that came to our face was a letter written that says private member bills were able to see the light of the day. And those 15 bills were probably sponsored by those who did not try to challenge the government. I don't know. So for those of us who saw the 7th Assembly, we told ourselves we will not repeat that mistake. So when we came to the 8th Assembly, we told the line of the government. But some of us who were new, who were not taught what I'm telling you, thought that the same road is this road that will take them to heaven. They decided not to follow the line of the party, and they went and did another House Project. And what I told you in the 7th Assembly almost repeated itself. Sponsorship of bills were abnormally low. Only 38 bills were assented by Mr. President. Funding of capital projects was dangling between 35 to 45% throughout the 4 years of the 8th Assembly. So if you look at it, honorable colleagues, you find that the 8th Assembly was also a failure to all of us. Now let us take the 9th Assembly, which for the very first time, the thinking of the members of the House of Reps coincided with the thinking of the government. We did the same thing. What happened? We saw a tremendous shift in the body language of the government. We saw a tremendous shift in the cooperation between the government and the legislature. 100 million naira was added just to say thank you to each member. An unprecedented thing. It never happened in the history of Parliament. Capital, 100 million capital project was given to each and every member. Choose what you want to take to your constituency, 100 million additional is there for you. And the 100 million, honorable colleagues, was funded 100%. No member of the 9th Assembly will tell you that the 100 million given to him as additional, he has not been able to actually access it 100%. Our traditional zonal intervention was funded right from 2019 to date 100%. Our core area of responsibility, which is lawmaking, the 9th Assembly recorded a phenomenal achievement because no less than 158 bills, private member bills, were assented by Mr. President. So, ladies and gentlemen, if we look at the period of cooperation vis-a-vis the period of rebellion, we can see the difference. These are empirical examples I'm giving you that are verifiable. You can check and cross-check. You will see that what I'm saying is the correct thing. So, in anyone today who is trying to drag you into going for another House project, honorable colleagues, you should be mindful. In the past, it didn't work. In the 8th Assembly, it didn't work. What makes you think that in the 10th Assembly, under a veteran politician like Asuwaju, it will work? If you are here to take dividend of democracy to your people, if you are here to contribute your own quota in lawmaking, believe me, honorable colleagues, rebellion against government shouldn't be one of those things that you should concentrate on. What we need is constructive engagement. What we need is a guided cooperation between the two tiers of government. So please and please take note of that. I also want to seize the opportunity to clear some airs, because I learned that some of our competitors or our contestants or rivals are going around insinuating some lies just to discourage particularly the new members from coming into this project. They keep saying the leadership of the unity group or the joint task have already allocated committees to themselves. All the available committees have been distributed. So if you join, there is nothing for you. This is a blatant lie. Maybe there is no better, there is no any contestant among all the contestants that has been able to resist promising any person the committee will give you. Because we want to wait. Let us succeed first. Let us be there. And when we get there, we will be able to take stock. Who contributes what to that success? And that is how we'll be able to equitably justify what should go to anyone. My leader, you're welcome.
Instagram.